Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect.
Wagwan people, Lumini here, and welcome to the first episode of FC24 here on the channel. Obviously, if you've seen the hype package, you will know now that we are going with Mainz as our first career mode of FC24. I'm excited to get into it. I wanted to do a different league outside of England because I feel like I've done a lot of England playthroughs in my time playing FIFA. I've also done 2 on YouTube now. So I thought, why not go outside? We'll probably return back to England for another save at some point anyway, so we'll get to that. But yeah, the first one we're going to start with is FC Mainz. Now, a little bit of an elephant in the room. Obviously, currently I'm just in the black shirt. I do have a Mainz shirt on the way, however it is coming from Germany, so I don't know exactly when it will show up, but once it shows up, obviously you know I'll be straight into that shirt. Another controversy I have to say, and just put it out there now, I didn't get the home shirt. There's an away shirt. It's a beautiful shirt. When I saw it, I was like, I really want that. So I did go for that one. I hope that's okay with you guys. It's still a Mainz shirt, so it works. Another last bit of housekeeping. No, not that way. That way. We are going to start on Legendary in this save for the first season, because obviously I haven't played a lot of FC24. I played a bit of the beta, I've played a little bit of online on Ultimate Team, but I haven't played a lot, so I don't think it'll be very interesting just watching us getting pumped 5-0 every single game, because I'm probably going to be quite poor.
Meine Damen und Herren, hier kommt unser neuer Trainer.
So we are running through everything live together here. I've not set up anything previously. Everything is going to be done completely live. It means it'll probably be a little bit of a longer episode 1. Also, I'm going to probably pause this after a little while. I'm not going to get any transfers done yet. I'm going to wait to hear from you guys. Hopefully you guys can get back to me quickly before I start doing episode 2. And then what I'm going to do is, this first transfer window, we're not going to sign loads of players, because obviously the transfer window in real life is only just closed, and I'd like to keep it a little bit close to what they have. January will probably be the time where we make a bunch more signings and add to what we need. But yeah, let's start things off first with going into a little bit of our tactical vision. So I think what we'll do for now is we'll just leave it for standard, and then we might kind of build our own little playstyle. I'm not going to hire scouts. No, well, to be fair, I kind of have to hire this guy, don't I? Because he's just great at everything. So we will put Matthias Zimmerman. I think we'll put him on a on defense, mostly because I'm going to need a lot of help defending. So any boost that we can get in defending probably is going to be best for us. It's not. Obviously, this Mainz side isn't the strongest. It's interesting they're playing a 3-back, because I was myself planning on probably going in for a 3-back. So interesting they're really doing that. I'm not going to hire more coaches yet, because I want to look at the tactics first. So we'll do that first, and then we'll get around to that. Let's take a look at our visions and expectations. Youth development. They want us to sign 4 players in your youth academy to each of the following positions, which is basically all of them. Youth, I think, is going to be something that I invest a little bit heavily more in this save. In the Sunderland save that we've just finished, I haven't quite invested that much in the youth side of things, or I invested a little bit later. It's going to be one of the first things that I do in the save, is get a youth scout in and send them out. So hopefully we'll be able to get a good couple youth boys coming through. Brand exposure, they want us to get 7 games with at least 1 goal scored in away matches this season. Financial is critical. They want us to reduce the player wages by 64,000 a week. We can try and do that, and within the same season they want us to sign 2 crucial players and make an 85 million profit. I'm not really sure how they're expecting us to sign 2 crucial players, but also make an 85 million profit. Not quite sure how that's going to work out. Domestic success at DFB Pokal, they want us to reach the round of 16 and they'd like us to finish mid-table. Obviously no continental success. I feel like some of those objectives were a little bit, how would you put it? A little bit all over the place in terms of, like, that financial one. I don't really know how that's possible. I'm going to put up my objectives now so that you guys can read through them quickly. So let's get that done. Right, so here we go. My objectives. Transfers, like I said, we're not planning on doing a lot on. We're going to add 1 or 2 players to the squad just to improve in certain areas. I want to sell or loan out fringe players I don't think we will play or use a lot. And that in turn will add to our January budget, which is our last objective, which is a big one for me because in January we'll look to improve the team massively. Financial is similar. We're going to keep the squad's wages down below 600 grand. I think we're currently at about 420. And then the second one is going to be to also add to the January transfer budget because that is a big thing for us, like I said in the last one. Next up, we move on to our on-fields. I want to find a consistent formation and tactic. I don't want to have to be swapping a lot. Obviously, it's a new game, like I said. So it's taken me a little while to get used to it. So that will help me, I think, also find a consistent tactic. I want to have a good level of pressing. Something that I haven't utilized a lot in FIFA is a high press. I'd like to find like a decent level of press, not like a constant pressure, but a decent one. And I also want to find a decent 3/5 back attacking tactic. I like the use of the 3/5 back, but I feel like most of the time the 5 back is used to be super defensive, the 3 back is used to be super offensive. So I'd like to find like a good balance between those two. But yeah, that's what we're going to go for in our on-field stuff. And last but not least, we move on to our youth objectives. Now, I want to invest heavily in youth prospects in Season 1. I'd like to get a whole bunch of top tier youth prospects in Season 1 that will hopefully be able to grow throughout the season. And then, as you can see, have at least 2 feature in later seasons. It's something that me personally, I've never really invested super heavily in, but with a team like Mainz that don't have loads of money just to throw around all the time, I think youth is going to be a big thing for us. And so I would like to go ahead and jump into it. Obviously, we're going to sign some younger players as well, but our own youth academy, having players come through, even players that we can use and grow and then sell on, stuff like that is something I'm going to invest heavily in this first season. Just taking a look at where our scouts are out to at the moment. Bundesliga, La Liga and France. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm going to leave Giles Matthias at the moment because I like to have one player back that one coach back. Nope, one scout back. There we go. That I can do my own scouting with. Let's take a look at our early youth report. See if we got anyone decent. We do. We got Bernard. I do not. Yinak? That is a butchery. I know it is, and I'm sorry. 62 rated, so we'll bring him straight up to the first team because he might be able to get in and around it. No one else too big at the moment. Like I said, I do want to invest heavily in youth in this save, so that is going to be what we do next, is go ahead and take a look at the youth academy and get ourselves a scout. We already have one. We have Julian Albrecht. That's interesting. I didn't think you usually started with any scouts, but we'll send him out to Germany for 9 months. I leave this on any all the time now, as the same for position. I'm going to hire one more scout though, and it's going to be Nicolas Brenier, and we're going to send him out to a neighbouring country of Germany. It's going to be Austria that we go to. So 2 youth scouts already out. That should hopefully yield us some decent youth prospects coming through and getting into the team. Like I said, it's something I didn't invest quite as heavily in as I would have liked to last season. With that being done, and with the coach that we hired, we are already down to 10 million in the budget. Like I said, I'm not going to make loads of signings this window because I feel like I kind of want to keep the team relatively the same. We will make some sales if big teams come in for certain players or players that we don't feel like we're going to necessarily use. But yeah, not a lot of money in the bank for us to play around with this season. Right, next up to do is to take a look through the squad real quick. We'll take a look at formations and stuff in a minute. Let's just have a little scroll through to see what we're working with. Anyone you guys want to pause on, feel free to pause the episode and have a look at them. We also need to look at contracts as well to see who's coming up. We've got, I'd say this is an okay side. Aging maybe is one of the words that I'd put, especially at the back. We've got a lot of older players. We've got some younger players throughout the side, but yeah, definitely at the back we've got a bit of an aging side. So maybe some youth to inject into this side would be something to go about. But again, I'm not gonna, like I said, fly out and make loads of signings this season, so we'll wait and see how things go. I know about all of that. Formation wise, this is an interesting formation. For some reason it doesn't work, even though the positions are right. Like I said, I did want to play a 3-back ideally. I hadn't decided which 3-back yet that we were gonna play. I think I was probably going to invest in a bit more of a 2 up top rather than a 3. Kind of tempted to go with a 3 in midfield and try this one out. Between this and just sticking with what they're already on, I think, you know what, we'll try the one that I like the look of, the 3 in midfield first, and we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't go well, then obviously we'll change it up. We'll go Onyesiwo and a Jork up top first. Lee Jae-sung can drop into midfield. How can he play central midfield better, even though centre forward is his second position and he was struggling to play that? That's strange. Danny DaCosta and Kachi, obviously, well, he can actually play left mid and he can play right mid, but they don't play it very well. Instructions wise, that's an interesting one. We're going to have core and stay back. I'm just going to do this off camera and then I'll get back to you guys. Right, so I've gone. This is only a temporary setup. Obviously, I don't know how it's going to work out. So we'll wait. We'll try this out and then we'll see. So I actually want to send that on sweeper. So centre backs, obviously, they're all going to stay on exactly what they are. Dominic Core, we're going to have cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and deep line playmaker so that he can kind of help us build up. Barrero Martins, he's not going to have any specific stuff on him. He is going to cover centre, so hopefully he'll be there alongside Core most of the time. Lee Jae-sung, we're going to have for him to be the attacking midfielder to get us moving forward. So he's got to get forward and get into the box. Excuse me, there's a fly there. And free roam to pick up the ball where he can. Both fullbacks we've got come back on defense, stay wide, but also get in behind. And Jork is going to be our target man, so he'll stay central. Hopefully we'll be able to play the ball into him. And Onyesiwo at the moment, if we decide to stick with him, I may put Burkhart up top alongside either Onyesiwo or a Jork, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, Onyesiwo at the moment is going to be the man to get in behind. That is the early plan anyway. Obviously we're not going with a full, we'll keep it all on balance for now. Like I said, we may have to have a bit of a change here or there. I don't want that many players in the box. Free kicks, that's fine. Players in the box 3 is fine. Attacking width, we'll push the width out a bit actually, so that we can fully use those fullbacks properly. Depth, yeah, I'm probably fine with depth. We'll come in a bit more narrow defensively. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. It might, like I say, it might not work and we might have to change it up. But this is the early plan. It's going to hopefully function a little bit more as a back 5 in defence and a... yeah, you know what I mean. Back 5 in defence and then throwing bodies forwards once we go forward. But it will be one of those things just to wait and see how it happens. Yeah, so there's not really much else to do. I've got to get... accustomed to the likes of training plans and team strategies fully and stuff like that, but hopefully it won't take me too long to settle into knowing how to use those properly. Besides from that, I'm just going to advance a little bit. Oh, we do have a preseason invite, which I'll probably take. We've got an early loan offer coming here for Nelson. I think it's Viper. He is 18. I will send him out on loan, but not to buy, just a loan. For me as well, I need to take a little look through the squad properly and see who we probably think won't get much play, because those may be the players that I move on. Gerard Moreno already making a move to Inter. I'm going to play 1 or 2 of these pre-season games. I won't show you guys them because obviously they're not very interesting, but I'm going to play them purely so that I can get a little bit more acclimatized to the game. But yeah, basically all I'm doing at the moment is advancing and waiting until the first game. Got a couple important contracts coming up here. Barrero Martin's contract is up at the end of the season. Same with Jonathan Burkhart. Papela as well, who could be a decent player for us. The other two, Stefan Bell was definitely one that we want to keep around, at least for this first season as well. So it may be an idea to not make signings and instead re-sign, but that is a decision we will make in a little bit after, maybe next episode actually, after I consult with you guys. So please get down in the comments as fast as you can and let me know what we should do in terms of signings. Obviously, like I've said previously, we don't want to make loads in the first season, but let me know how the ones that you would like to make in this first window, and whether we should maybe save the money for re-signings instead. So that loan offer has been negotiated, so I will accept that and send them out on loan. Onyesivo transfer offer coming in. I'm not going to let him go yet because I feel like he could be an important player for us in this first season, so we will wait. Calvert-Lewin has just joined FC. No, why have I said FC? Union Berlin, I meant to say. Don't know what happened there. Daniel Batz, 32-year-old keeper, has a loan to buy offer from Hoffenheim here. We will negotiate that actually, because at 32 he probably isn't likely to have a lot of playing time, especially not over Zentner. See what they say. They're happy with 1 million. So yeah, he will probably be joining Hoffenheim on a year loan. Maybe they'll sign him on a permanent afterwards, but we'll have to wait and see. Nelson, I'm going to say it's Viper. I'm going to butcher a lot of names. Any fans from the region, if I'm butchering names, please feel free to pop down in the comments below and let me know how to properly pronounce them. I'm sorry if I am doing that. I'm sorry if it's annoying. I'm doing my best. We all know that my pronunciations of names isn't the best at most times. Right, so yeah, we just finished our first game against Wolves. We did get absolutely hammered 6-2. We did dominate the first half pretty much completely. I'll show you a couple of the highlights in the background now. However, in the second half, we completely fell to pieces. I'm going to have a little formation change because I think the 3-back doesn't quite work how I was planning it to work. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to switch to the 5-3-2 with the holding midfielder, so that we'll have the fullbacks be able to be a little bit more defensive but also get forward. Both midfielders we're going to put on free roam so they can pick up space in the midfield and be hard to mark. Jork still and Onyesivo are still going to have the same roles. But yeah, it was a bit of an awakening for us. Defending in this game is hard. I couldn't really get near most of the attacks that were coming my way, but hopefully that's just a learning thing, and that eventually we'll learn to do that. I'm going to keep advancing probably until at least the end of pre-season, so I can just play these pre-season games and get warmed up a little bit, and then I might leave it there for you guys to give me a bit of advice. But yeah, let's keep going. Daniel Batz will be going out on a 12-month loan to buy. Hopefully at the end of that, Hoffenheim will pick up the option to buy him, because that would be a nice little bit of money for us coming in. I'm getting used to the player training stuff as well. I'm not quite there with it yet. I don't 100% know the best way to get players to work. I'm also tempted to bring in another coach in our midfield if we can bring. Is there one available? Unbalanced. Got 2 3-stars. Got a good defensive one, but I don't think we want to bring him in right now. No real midfield, top tier midfield coaches. We'll bring this guy in just to give our midfield a little bit of a boost when it comes to overall rating. That would be nice. But yeah, besides from that, let's just keep going forward. Alright, second game of pre-season done. It's another loss, unfortunately. This time it is only 1-0. We were a lot better in this formation, I would say. I think there's going to be a steep learning curve on this game for me, though. I'm hoping that it won't take us too long to get involved, but what I would say is definitely don't expect anything too extravagant from us in season 1, because I think we're probably going to take a little bit of time to get things right here. I'm also struggling a little bit with this training stuff. I need to probably have a proper sit down and have a look and see the best way, because I just keep forgetting to do it and then my players have no fitness. What we're going to do is I'm going to sim to the last game. I'm not going to accept that because I don't want to let anyone go just yet. I'm going to sim to the last game. We'll sim through that. I think I've played enough now. Yeah, we're just going to sim through this one. I'm not going to bother with the pre-match stuff. Just quick sim. See what happens. We do lose 3-0 on sim, so maybe things aren't working out just yet with the tactics. I think we're close to getting it right. We're definitely close, but I need to try and just hammer it out a little bit more. I think I'll probably do that off camera, but yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode. If you guys let me know transfer targets, like I said, only 1 or 2 this summer, then January will be the bigger ones, but I'll note down your transfer targets for January as well. Let me know what you think about tactics as well, whether you guys have like this one, whether we should go to the 3-back, whether we should change it altogether and maybe go for a winger formation. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Get down as quickly as you can, give us as much info as you can. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Let me know if you're happy with our choice. Just talk to me in the comments, basically. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this one. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell to get notified when the next episode is available to you. And I hope to see you in it. Peace.